Hello and welcome everybody. And I've been waiting to do this review, but I am excited and here to say welcome to my New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 12 review. And holy shit, what a show! Let me tell you this right here. This show was 6.5 hours. And yeah, I could have done a review on the same day, but I really want to get my thoughts together on this. I even watched the New Year's Dash show they did. There was a lot of interesting things I saw on there. But looking at this show, this was big. I did not stay up to 2 in the morning to start this show from beginning to end, but I did come back later in the day after I left work and you know sat down and watched the entire show in its full entirety. Okay, I watched every freaking match, and yes, I was impressed by many matches. Sure, there was a couple things that was underwhelming and stuff, but kicking off the show, New Japan always does the New Japan Rumble. Now, I don't know everybody in this Rumble. I've probably seen some of these guys, but I do not know everybody in this particular Rumble. I know there are a lot of legends. I know there are a lot of surprises. People you may have seen before, people you probably never seen before, and have been in New Japan for a very long time. But just kind of going a little bit through this Rumble. I'm not going to go in order of who I saw, but there's a lot of young boys in there, like what was it, Kitamura, that very jacked up dude. That is named Kitamura, which is very big guy. Ring of Honor. I think Booker Delirious, he was in the New Japan Rumble. Leo Tonga, which I didn't even know he was even in the Bullet Club. I believe he's Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa's brother. Who else? Taka Michinoku, Cheeseburger, Chase Owens was eliminating people out there with that package pile driver. Bushi, I remember, was the first guy in there. Yuji Nagata, Jushin Thunder Liger. Tiger Mask, people from Suzuki Goon, and I'm not really gonna go in order of who was eliminated here and there. I just know there's a lot of surprises of who we saw in this Rumble and that. Yoshihashi, Tenzin, a lot of people from Chaos was in this thing. The final entry I remember who's out there, which usually I kind of bet on Liger to win these things because Jushin Thunder Liger for some reason. But the final one was Kakahara, I believe. Mashito Kakahara. I don't really know who he was. I felt like I've seen him before in one on a Wrestle Kingdom show, but I don't remember. I just know that Kevin Kelly and Don Callis said that he beat cancer and he was back to wrestle in this Rumble, and it was pretty much between him and Cheeseburger that was left. By the way, Cheeseburger's over in Japan. Let me say that. Like, Cheeseburger is really over in New Japan. So, pretty much after that, Kakahara won the match. Pretty much, he pretty much talked about, who did he talk about? I know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read because I really didn't understand some of what was going on, but, I think he was there to kind of raise funds for Yaka, and I'm very sorry if I don't remember his name. Was it Yakamura? Yaka. It's like I remember his first part of his name, but I do know, and I've seen him before because he had that match with Don Fry, the boxer, MMA fighter, and they beat the living crap out of each other. I just know he took a suplex. I don't know, it was a sunset flip, and they say he was paralyzed from the, fortunately, I believe it's the neck down. I know he was raising funds for him, so it was a feel good moment. And I'm sorry if I'm not good with the names, but I know who he was talking about, but his name is slipping me. So I just want to talk about the New Japan Rumble real quick. But the first official match for Wrestle Kingdom 12 was the Young Bucks going against Roppongi 3K. Show and Yo with Rocky Romero out there. This was a really good match. I will say that. This wasn't the usual spot fest from the Young Bucks, and they were on their quest to become 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight champions. So most of this was they really showing was really focusing on Matt Jackson's back, which that was pretty much I think they hit show in the back also. So also because you saw a lot of people hitting each other from the back, and they were really focusing working the back throughout the whole match. This was a really good match, I will say that. And pretty much they won. The Young Bucks did win with the Meltzer driver, and then Nick Jackson hit a sharpshooter for the win. But this wasn't the entire, spot fest, super kick party, jumping all over the place. Yeah, you still had some high spots out there from both teams, which was still cool to look at. But this is a really well wrestled match, and the Young Bucks usually have kicked off Wrestle Kingdom for the past couple of years now, probably about 4 or 5 years, I believe. So they told a story out there. So it was a really good match from the Young Bucks. I think they're really on their A game for Wrestle Kingdom tonight in the usual spot fest. Next was a gauntlet match for the Never Openweight 6-Man Championships, pretty much kicking off with Suzuki-gun of Zack Sabre Jr., Iizuka, and Taichi versus, with the first team out there, Michael Elgin and War Machine. Now, I don't know if this is true. People saying that War Machine is gonna, I don't know if that's true, if they're signing NXT or WWE or not, so some people believe they're finishing up their New Japan dates. I don't know. I know this is their Wrestle Kingdom debut. Pretty much War Machine was eliminated first by Suzuki-gun. Zack Sabre Jr. hit that triangle choke and kind of armbar on rope. But by the way, that guy's a submission special. I'm glad he did not sign with WWE during that Cruiserweight Classic. So yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't sign with him. Zack Sabre Jr. and pretty much made Roll pass out. Next was a Chaos Team, Toru Yano, Tomohiro Ishii, and Trent Beretta, or just Beretta, which is now part of the heavyweight division now, which they immediately take out Suzuki-gun after pretty much Yano hit a roll-up on Taichi for the win. Next was Taguchi Japan of Juice Robinson, Raisuke Taguchi, and Togi Makabe. They were pretty much eliminated then after Taguchi tried to be like Nakamura doing the Boomier kick or Kinshasa, but Yano pretty much rolled him off for the 3 count. And then the last team, which were the defending champions, Bullet Club themselves, Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and Bad Luck Fale, pretty much go against Chaos right there, which the match was good. It was fun. It was alright, but pretty much Beretta and them got the win. Beretta pretty much hit the Dude Buster on Tamatanga for the win. And by the way, I believe this is I don't think it's his first title. No, it's not. They've won the tag team champs before, but yeah, it was cool to see Beretta pick up the win here to get the Never Openweight 6-man tag. Now I'll just say this as regard New Year's Dash. They pretty much did the same match the next day, and the Bullet Club got it back. So kind of crazy right there. Next was actually a match I really enjoyed, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. It was surprisingly really good. Was Cody Rhodes and Kota Ibushi, which by the way, they let Brandy get a lot of work out there too. Brandy showed a lot out there, I will say that. They even let her talk. They let her talk a lot too. She even had pretty much cut a promo coming out saying she was the most beautiful woman in wrestling. If you're not, you're just a simple mark. Cody coming out with that blonde hair he had. I just still don't understand why they dropped the Ring of Honor title before this. Some people think the Ring of Honor title on these Wrestle Kingdom show matches have been really short. So this was just a great match. Okay, this was really great. I enjoyed Cody and Kota Ibushi, especially that crossroads off the apron by Cody was just brutal. Like Ibushi looked like he landed on his head. Brandy getting involved in the match, playing possum. Ibushi hitting those combination moves on him, and pretty much hitting that golden triangle moonsault always looks cool to see, and pretty much suplexing the hell out of Cody out there too. This was just a very enjoyable match. It's like they were just striking the hell out of each other, just going crazy, and Ibushi pretty much tried to hit that what was that knee to the face, which was insane. I almost thought Cody was about to pick up the win with another crossroads, and even pretty much look at Ibushi saying he doesn't love you like I love you. He tried to hit another German suplex, but missed it. Ibushi hit it, and then pretty much he went for a Phoenix Phoenix Splash for the win. So Kota Ibushi did pick up the win over Cody Rhodes right here. Very enjoyable match. Like, I think this was a dark horse. This was surprisingly really good. We're not even near the main event, but this was really great match. This was just insane out there. So this was very enjoyable to watch. And pretty much all three did good. Cody, Brandy, and Ibushi. They did their stuff really well out there. Very enjoyable match. Next was the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles on the line. The Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith, which for some reason Lance Archer comes out and spits and throws the water at everybody in the crowd for some reason. Go against Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada and Evil, which they literally get killed by the Killer Elite Squad. They were getting the shit kicked out of them, okay? Like, they beat them up. They beat the young boys up. They were murdering them. Evil was collapsing out there, and they kept getting the pin on them. But Sanada and Evil was still kicking out, trying to battle back. But the Killer Elite Squad was just throwing them all over the place. They were beating them. Like, just, I thought this was going to be a squash match. They were murdering Evil and Sanada, because they pretty much hit their finisher like several times, but Sanada still kicked out. Even that Spanish Fly on Evil by Davey Boy Smith was insane too. Like, even I wondered, like, why was he like this in WWE? So the Killer Elite Squad just looked like beasts. Okay, they were looking like beasts on there. Even hitting the heart attack finisher, which was insane. But Evil and Sanada did come back at the I believe they called the move the Legend Killer, and then Sanada hit his moonsault on Davey, pretty much winning and becoming the new tag team champion. So I kind of think this was going to be a big night for Los Ingobernables de Japón, LIJ, if you want to say. So we'll get into more of that later on. But I had to say, Killer Elite Squad was just murdering them. They were murdering Sanada and Evil. Okay, so it was crazy, but it was like hard hitting and crazy. But yeah, somehow, some way, LIJ picks up the win. Next is a hair versus hair match: Minoru Suzuki versus Hiroki Goto for the Never Openweight Championship. I enjoyed this match for some reason. One, I'm a fan of Suzuki, okay, and I still like his theme song, and everybody says Katse ni nae. Suzuki is crazy, alright? Suzuki is just a killer out there. He nearly choked out Goto, okay? I thought he was about to make him pass out, and they needed a doctor to get in the ring. And he's just kicking the doctors around. He's just knocking anybody and their mama out there, pretty much beating up young boys. Like, it was just insanity in this match. It was like just insane, all right. And especially when I would say another highlight of this match was Suzuki hitting this combination move that went on for like literally 2 minutes. I didn't know if he was ever going to tire out in that. Goto had came back pretty much knocking Suzuki all over the place. And by the way, you see a lot of strikes in these never open weight matches. If there's one thing I know about these never open weight title matches, and I can say this last year too about Shibata and Goto, is that who can beat the crap out of who the hardest? That's what I feel like. Who can beat the living crap out of each other the hardest? These guys are just beating each other, I almost think it was a fight when you look at it, when you look at these never open weight title matches. Like I said, last year with Shibata and Goto, Shibata was kicking the living crap out of him, right? I thought it was like a real legitimate fight. And this right here, these guys were just punching and kicking just the hell out of each other. Just insanity. Even Suzuki-gun even tried to get involved too, but tried to save Minoru, but that did not work. Some members from Chaos came out, and Goto was able to fend them off. Suzuki tried to hit the Gotch Power Driver, but he could not get it. And then Goto hit the Ushikoroshi on him, but still could not capitalize on it. They tried to get a chair in the ring, but like I said, Chaos had tried to stop Suzuki-gun. even when Suzuki pretty much saying come on, even taking those chops, pretty much was still taking out Goto, hitting him with the sleeper hold, but Goto would not give up, and pretty much was able to break out of Minoru Suzuki's his sleeper hold, and pretty much Goto was able to pretty much dodge it and hit the Ushigoroshi, and did it a super Ushigoroshi. Pretty much did two of them on there, as both of them still beat the living crap out of each other, just hard strikes. Goto was able to hit the GTR, I believe about 2 times on Suzuki, and pretty much picking up the win over Minoru Suzuki, becoming a new never openweight champion. Suzuki-gun tried to get Minoru out of there, but he came back pissed. Referee and them tried to stop him, but he took a chair. I thought he was going to get in a chair and just whack Goto in the head and like, screw this, I'm not cutting my hair. But he pretty much knocked the chair, said no, I'm gonna sit in my chair. He took the razor, he pretty much cut his hair a little and walked away, pretty much like the badass as he is. Like, I'm gonna do this myself. It's like, I made a deal, I lost, so there you go. But you know, I expected this match to be very hard hitting, beat the crap out of each other, strikes, punch, kicks, whatever. It's beating the living hell out of your opponent, okay? Like I said last year in this never openweight title with Shibata and Goto, beat the living shit out of each other. Same thing goes for here. They also played events coming for New Japan in the year. I know they're coming back to America soon. Next was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Fatal 4-way for it, as Hiromu Takahashi came out, time bomb with Daryl. Daryl, the little stuffed cat, wore a mask. Kushida pretty much had like a shiny clothes coming out there. Ospreay wore some type of purple like suit or jacket, and Marty Scurll, which I thought he had the coolest entrance, pretty much coming from the floor with wings on his back, and had an umbrella saying he is the IWGP champion and IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion at Wrestle Kingdom 12. And this was another favorite match of the night, okay? The only thing I kind of got tired of was Marty pretty much calling spots. Marty was calling laughs, like super kick, like he was just telling moves he was gonna do. But this match was insane. Ospreay with these freaking Oz cutters out of nowhere, jumping off the scaffold into the ring. The kicking from everybody in there. Marty pretty much playing possum as a heel, trying to cheat his way to win. Just coming in and out of the ring, just going everywhere. Okay, they were just going. I couldn't keep up with this match. Okay, I really couldn't keep up at one point. Takahashi just hitting time bombs and hitting those super sunset flips from pretty much running back and forth the ring on both Kushida and Ospreay. It's just so much to call in this match. What else? I thought Kushida was gonna hit the win with the Back to the Future movie did. I thought he was gonna pick the win there. Freaking. Let me say about Marty real quick too. Breaking people's fingers, tying Hiromu to the barricade, and even broke his fingers right there. And he tried to break Ospreay and Kushida's, but Ospreay got him. He even went to get medical tape to try to fix himself. Like, I'll say, there's just so much going on in that match. It's like you couldn't keep up. Like, you want to see some people want to say cruiserweight action, X Division action. This is the match to see. Okay, these four were killing it. All right, these guys put in work right here. I can't really say nothing bad about this match. It was a spot. Was it a spot fest? Yeah, you know it was going to be a spot fest in this type of match. But it was just enjoyable. Okay, after those 2 umbrella shots, scrolled in on Kushida and Takahashi, Ospreay was able to dodge it and pretty much hit the Oz Cutter for the win on Scroll to become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So that was just, that was a hard match to keep up with. I still like when Scroll hit the chicken wing out of nowhere when Ospreay did try to do the Oz Cutter the first time, but it was just it was a crazy match. All right, the match was just big. You just didn't know what was going on there. As we get close into the main event too, Hiroshi Tanahashi went against Jay White for the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Now, I'm not saying this was a bad match. This was a solid match. Okay? This was, but I've seen better from these two, especially Tanahashi. And, to what I saw, it was a solid match, but it felt like it never got out of first or second gear. It just like the match was there, but it felt underwhelming in a way. And they did what they could. And I like the Switchblade character they're doing with Jay White. I think it's cool, but it's just, I don't know, something didn't click in this match or connect. And, I just kind of really expected a little bit better in this match. Because I was actually looking forward to this. I was actually looking forward to this match. So, yeah, it's just something fell off about this whole Intercontinental title match. I didn't think Jay White was gonna win or beat Tanahashi, but I'm not saying this was a bad match. I just felt like it was really off, and it could never get out of first gear. That was my problem with the match. It never really got out of first or second gear. So they tried it, but I don't know, man. It was just something off about this match. This was one of the more underwhelming matches in a way. Now, as we get to the double main event, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, no disqualification match, IWGP United States Championship. Jericho coming out with his light bright jacket, and Fozzy, even with a scarf too, in his entrance. So that was a cool entrance for Jericho. Kenny Omega coming out in this horse head like Tekken thing with a giant laser gun, which looked cool as hell for some reason, like it was from Tekken. That's what I pretty much got from that. It looked like it was from Tekken for some reason. So his entrance was really cool, but this was one of my favorite matches of the night. Another favorite. This is, some maybe think this is the match of the night, or you may want to put that in a match of the year category if you want to go that far right now. This was a war. This was a fight. This was bloody. This was destructive. This was everything that was delivered in this match. This is what you call a dream match, okay, as some say, and it became a reality. And I'll say this about Kenny Omega. After seeing this match with him and Jericho, I do not want to see this man near a WWE ring. I'll say that right here, right now. And I've already heard Omega's interview, even what he said about Nakamura and what's the problem with WWE. And he really is trying to help New Japan right now. So this match was just going crazy. They had to pull apart. The Young Bucks are out there. They had to pull apart before the match even began. Fucking Omega jumps off the table, landing into Don Callis. He goes down, nearly killing him. Jericho and Omega just trading shots, and even as soon as he went through the table, Jericho beat up Red Shoes, knocked him down, and even put his son, which is a young boy, in the walls of Jericho. And these guys were just going crazy. Omega jumping on scaffolds, pretty much setting a table up. Jericho trying to get the walls of Jericho out there. It was just going crazy, and Jericho was just countering everything Omega did. Omega trying to do a springboard. Jericho was able to take him out there on the ropes. What else do you put? Even a cameraman was knocked down. Jericho's yelling Alpha. Trying to hit a lion salt. Omega's dodging it with V triggers. Dude, it's so much going on in this match. The chair shots was just crazy in this match too. Both guys were just bleeding out there like it was nuts. Kenny was just getting these V triggers like crazy on Jericho, but Jericho would not kick out. He tried to hit the one wing angel the first time. That didn't work. Jericho and I almost thought it was over at one point when Jericho hit the lion tamer. Once he hit the lion tamer and just kept pulling Omega in and putting on him, I thought it was over. I really thought Jericho was about to become champion. I could not predict who was going to win this match. This match could have gone either way. Okay, this was not predictable, and even in my mind, I thought Jericho was about to become the champion here. Okay, um, freaking Omega was just busted open out there. And even Jericho went through the table after he was on the top rope, and Omega pretty much had a V trigger from the freaking ground to the up, just going at Jericho, knocking him on the table. Jericho broke the chair on Omega, even beating him with whatever left of the chair, which was just insane. Jericho just, it was crazy, man. This was just nuts. Even Jericho trying to hit a code breaker, but Omega dodged the code breaker out there, and even pretty much more V triggers. And even when he did hit a one wing angel, Jericho got the ropes at the last second. And he survived. And pretty much he hit a code breaker on Omega then. But then when he was about to do a lion saw on him on the chair, Omega was able to dodge it and hit him with the chair, and then he pretty much picked up Jericho and hit him with a one wing angel and just won. Listen, this was 30 minutes of awesomeness. Okay, this was just great. I almost thought this could have been the main event before the real main event that was about to happen. But Jericho and Omega tore the house down. Like, you could say anything you want about this match, but I enjoyed it. Okay, this was a great match. This was everything it delivered. This was probably one of the best matches I've seen Chris Jericho do in a very, very long time. And I just love this. Alright, I love this freaking match. It was just enjoyable. It was awesome. It was very, very awesome to see this. And I wouldn't mind if I ever watched this match a second time in a row. It was just cool as hell. Both men laid it all out there. This was a war. This was a fight. This was a great motherfucking wrestling match. And I dare you, subscribe to New Japan World if you got to. Watch this match. Watch this show. It was great. I know a lot of these matches are long, but it was all worth it, okay? And as we get into the main event of the show, Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, versus Tetsuya Naito, the challenger, winner of the G1. Pretty much Naito coming out in a white suit with a cape and burgundy mask, pretty much, or a rabbit-like mask, which was cool. And people were chanting Naito before he even hit the ring. Okada coming out there making it rain with his new bell-bottom like pants. And what do I get in this match too? We're talking about two crazy main events here. Both men just going at each other. The beginning was great. Naito, both guys were just knocking at each other in the back. His Naito, I just love that thing he does. This was just crazy out there. Hitting the Gloria, even using Okada's own move against him, using the Rainmaker, which was crazy. He did that, going at his neck, which was cool. And this match was this was another match. Both these main events, you just couldn't tell. This could have gone either way. This was a masterful wrestling match right here, okay? I thought Okada was going to get it the first time after he hit the first Rainmaker on Naito. But Naito, like I said, he was able to pretty much hit him with a Rainmaker, even hit him with a Destino on him, but still didn't get the win. Okay, he still didn't. This was just great. Guys just hitting each other with German suplexes on both each other like crazy. I didn't even know this was right going to go 60 minutes, like almost 60 minutes like last year, but it didn't. I mean, last year's main event was like 45 minutes, but Naito was able to dodging the Rainmaker then. Like I said, he had the Destino, but he couldn't get it there. And it's like both guys are just dodging each other's finisher. When he tried to hit that next Destino, he got hit with a pretty much tombstone then after that, because I thought it was already over once Naito hit the Rainmaker on him, and then he hit Destino, but Okada hit the tombstone on him and hit him with another Rainmaker and pretty much won. Okay, now this was one of my shocking moments of the night. I really believed in my mind Tetsuya Naito was about to become the IWGP champion, okay? I felt like this was his time. I really did. Like, this was his time to shine. This was his time to win. But they really are still going with this Okada title reign. Okada's been champion for like, what, 500 days now? Over 500 days. It's been over a year since he's been the champion. I'm wondering, like, he has beaten everybody everybody. He's probably lost like what, 2 matches, I believe. One to Omega and one to Evil. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but those are only 2 people I know that's beaten Okada. Okay, so that's why. So I don't know what else he can do in this title reign, but just how the people was with Naito, I really believed Tetsuya Naito was becoming champion. I was really hoping he was going to be the champion. I just thought he had it. I felt like this was his time to shine. I thought this would have been the ultimate comeback story if you look up his history of being in New Japan before and to where he is right now with Los Ingobernables de Japón. So, I just didn't know, but I guess there's still a while until Naito ever gets that championship. But I just really believed he was gonna win. But this match was just awesome. Okay, this was another great, masterful match. Like, it was just insane. So I love this match. It was great. And I guess you could put now Jericho. He's not gonna be leaving New Japan any soon because we saw New Year's Dash. He looks like he's going after Naito next. But overall, this pay-per-view was just great. This was just awesome. This was just fun to watch. Yes, it was 6.5 hours long. Yes, it is long as hell. But a lot of those matches I did enjoy. There was probably maybe 1 or 2 underwhelming ones, but some of my favorite matches of the night was Jericho and Omega, of course, Naito and Okada, Cody versus Ibushi was really good. The Fatal 4-Way IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship was really great also. Suzuki and Goto, just because they kicked the living shit out of each other. That was fun. Okay, those was like some of my favorite matches of the night. This show is masterful. This is their biggest show in the year. So right now, and I can't even say this for a few years now, they are better than WrestleMania. Okay, they are better than WrestleMania. I said they got WrestleMania beat right now because I said, I'm saying, let's see if WrestleMania compete this year with Naito and Okada being the main event. People talking about Brock and Reigns, which is pretty much most likely and predictably to happen, but y'all ain't beating no Naito and Okada. You're not even on Jericho and Omega's level, okay? This was just great. This was just awesome. And you just need to check out this show if you missed it, okay? This was just a fun, great show. Wrestle Kingdom 12 was awesome. Like I said before, subscribe to New Japan. Watch this show or just watch this match and you will become a believer out of this, okay? You will. So that's pretty much what I got to say about this entire show. This was awesome. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. Like I said, I went to watch New Year's Dash. Jericho and Omega tore the freaking house down. Tokyo Dome. This was just a great show. If I missed anything, please put it in the comment section because it was a lot to keep up with. You have to like literally pay attention, and I did my best. Okay, so like I said, comment, subscribe, anything. But like I said, this was a great show. I enjoyed it. But I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.